Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/cheating stories, where OP discovered that his girlfriend, let's just say that she had a lot of guys lined up behind her. Let's begin. My ex who had a very deep rabbit hole. Yeah, I can imagine OP. She has very, very deep holes. Posted by Reddit user Animus.
Basic info. At the time I was 20 male and she was unknown, possibly around 17 as she lied about her age, and the relationship lasted for around 4 months, but things continued for a couple months more. A couple years back I started going out with this girl from a group chat, and it wasn't anything serious, but she liked me and I was happy to talk with her. Anyways, red flags started coming when she threw a hissy fit when I added her to my Instagram bio and tagged her in something so obviously me seeing other couples doing the same. Was extremely confused, but I kept it at the back of my mind because I didn't have any proof she was doing anything. Fast forward to around Christmas. We started dating in September. My friend texts me asking for advice on asking my girlfriend out, so I play along and see what was going on, and lo and behold, my girlfriend was texting my friend saying she loved him and shit. And obviously he felt like a complete jerk when I told him, and there was my plunge into a rabbit hole. I started blowing up her phone demanding answers, but she wasn't responding, so I had the at the time genius idea to text every single account she follows that appeared to be male. So I text God only knows how many accounts out of the about 1K she followed. And one by one guys start showing me her being flirty with them, and even a couple side guys she was also dating. And then I was suddenly added to some group chat with about 10 other guys who've also at one point got involved with her, but all they did was call her a slut and I should leave her. When I finally got a hold of her, we called and I got the whole everything was my fault, even though we weren't even dating when she started with most of the guys. I went really depressed, and like an idiot I kept talking to her and she manipulated me into possibly getting back together. But I broke free after I opened up to one of the guys from the group chat. We met in and he let me pour my heart out to him, and basically, he pulled me out of her web, and I'm forever grateful for him. How I broke free is I slowly started cutting contact with her. And over a couple months, I finally basically cut her completely, and we basically never spoke anymore, and she just stalked my Instagram till the day my dog died. She messaged me, and you would think she would try to manipulate me and talk about how sorry she is for my loss. But nope, she proceeded to tell me the picture of my dog's collar wasn't good enough and I should take another one. That was my tipping point, and I told her where to go, and after talking to my friend, he finally got me to block her. She then proceeded to use multiple accounts to keep stalking me, so I had to keep checking who viewed my story and block every suspicious accounts in Instagram until she finally gave up. Around that time, I also checked her other accounts for guys so I could warn them in some foolish attempt to save other guys, where I found out she duped a guy into flying over and found an old boyfriend she forgot to break up with, who has been searching for her for a year or so. And now fast forward to today. I found an amazing woman, but I still have emotional scars from my ex that come up every now and again. Also, this might sound fake, but it's 100% real. The last thing I heard about my ex is the whole dating and flirting with multiple guys didn't work out very well. And she got pictures leaked on 4chan. Posts with her accounts urging people to message her, and has a couple long threads revolving around her. TLDR. Ex-girlfriend cheated with multiple guys, then manipulated me for months till a friend pulled me away.
Oh damn, fucking hell, she's for the streets. Thank God you escaped from that, man. Whew. OP, I would highly suggest that you get some sort of therapy to deal with your trauma. You don't want them to ruin your chances for a good relationship in the future, especially not for what a skank did to you in the past. Good luck, and I hope you learned your lessons about red flags. And now, for today's second story. She cheated 5 months ago, but I can't get over it after trying to make it work. Posted by Reddit user Gullible Birthday.
My girlfriend has had issues about lying and cheating in the past. 5 months ago it happened for a third time. The difference was that our son was 4 months old at the time. I caught her talking to her ex 2 days before my birthday, who is in the halfway house after going to prison for trying to break into my apartment. She slept with another guy within the same time frame after going to dinner with her sister. I hate myself so much because I stayed with her. I keep quitting jobs because I have trust issues and I'm so depressed. I hate how my life has turned out. I was happier when I was homeless. I took care of her for the last 2 years, but I am broke myself, so it wasn't much. It was just enough so she didn't have to work in the last 2 years. During that time, I begged her to help with food stamps if she didn't want to work. We fight about everything. If I bring up something she doesn't want to talk about, she begins shouting and controlling the conversation. During our relationship, I've managed to raise my credit score from 400 seconds to 600 seconds. I've gotten half of my GED with my next test this Saturday. And I filed Chapter 7 because I was in so much debt I couldn't get a license, which I need to have to earn more money in the state I live in. I have not been the best boyfriend, but I have never physically cheated on my girlfriend. I only started to text girls after the first time she cheated on me. She has cheated for a total of 4 physical affairs with 2 different people, and I have caught her texting guys multiple times, but some are in a gray area. I have texted girls on 3 different occasions, and 2 of which I was left on read. I am not a catch at the moment. I am not the most confident man, so I do get insecure at times. After being cheated on, I let my ego take control and started posting everything about my life on social media, like I'm doing here. I listened to people like Kevin Samuel and Jordan Peterson, both of which helped me realize why women are repulsed by me. My toxic relationship aired for the public has lost me all my friends. I now have been taking steps to become a better high-value man. I want to respect myself. I ended up losing my apartment to an eviction and now live in my girlfriend's mother's house with her daughter, who has a different father, and our 9-month-old son. I can't shake the feeling that my girlfriend hates me because I asked her for help many times, and she wouldn't get off her ass. Now that we live with her mom, she is willing to work 2 jobs and has food stamps, all because she doesn't want her mom to lose her apartment after letting us live with her. Our rent is currently $800. My rent at my apartment was $1,000. I'm now in debt $3,000 and cannot mentally get myself out of the dark. I hate living with her mom because she walks into the room we are renting when she wants. Last night we got into a fight because my girlfriend needs a ride home from work, so I pack up the kids and pick her up every night at 10. Last night she was home by time I got to her job, which is about 5 minutes by car. She says she got off early and walked home. She called me from home at 10:07, when I was in the parking lot of her job at 10:07. I don't believe she walked, and when I asked about it, she blew up and started a huge fight, shouting at me loudly, even after I asked her to quiet down. She has always shouted for every argument, but now we are in her mother's apartment, and it's unacceptable. I cannot just have a conversation with her. Her mom busted in our room shouting at us, mostly me, saying she'd call the police. I said I will leave and I grabbed my son. She dialed police and told me I cannot take my child anywhere. So for this reason and many other, like her sister and brother using the N-word so loosely around me, even toward me, I want to take my son and go. That's not an option because her mom calls the police. If I leave this apartment, I will be completely homeless, and right about now, it seems like the better route. I want to leave and buy myself a car to live in. Then I will take my son out to do things every other day, while not paying rent, and paying off my debt and living in a shelter. I am addicted to marijuana, so step 1 is quitting weed, which will be the easiest out of all the things I need to do. My girlfriend is young, so I understand not being able to handle her emotions, but I am afraid to leave my son with her because of how messed up she was before I met her. Her mother was taking care of her kid, and I came around and made her quit doing drugs in order to maintain this relationship. She has been sober for what I know. I tried to give her free time to go back to school, but she still doesn't log in and do any work. By the fact that I see her working so hard for her mom but not herself, and it bothers me. I can't stay any longer. I think she's lying about how she got home, and if she isn't, then the fact that I think she's lying is why I want to end our relationship. She makes me feel bad anytime I say I want to leave, so I hate myself for choosing my happiness and mental health over her. It's hard for me to leave since I know that me doing so will only make her life, and my son's life, harder. I tell her I'm not happy, and she cannot understand why after she already changed and promises it won't happen again. I am the villain who doesn't want this family to work when I tell her it's hard for me to look at her, let alone kiss her. Every time I share a drink with her, I think about how she probably sucked another man's penis. It has become traumatic, and I feel like everyone in her family thinks I'm a clown with no self-respect. Now I'm homeless living with her mom, so I'm even more of a clown. I don't believe she will not cheat on me because she has so many times already. Now that I don't have my own apartment, or car, or anything to offer, any guy with a steady job is attractive to her right now. My thoughts are eating me up to the point that I want to become homeless or even off myself. Please give me advice on this situation. It's snowing outside, so being homeless in winter kinda sucks here. I feel like she is treating me like I'm a bum who has nowhere to go, so I want to leave and isolate myself until I own my own things no one can take from me. I don't mind paying child support, but I don't want to revoke my rights unless they're the absolute best route to take.
OP, do not give up any rights to your son. Please, dude, do not do this. Not to him. Finish your GED. If you have to stay with her to do that, unfortunately, dude, you may need to suck it up until you finish. Work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, quit all drugs, all alcohols. Set aside money for your escape. Once you have enough money, find your own place. Look into legal help for low-income individuals. Have your custody time put into a legally enforceable agreement. Staying in your son's life is critical to his well-being. You've seen how toxic she can be. You've seen how toxic her family can be. Do you really want your son to grow up in that environment? To fuck him up even more? No. Dude, get your shit together and fight for your right for your son. There will be time to grieve later, to be depressed later. But right now, OP, your son needs his father. He needs you. One more advice. If they are racially abusing you, get them on tape. You have your phone, right? Use the recording feature. Use that recording as leverage the next time they threaten you with the cops. Or you can call the cops on them after you have sufficient evidence and then walk out of there with your son. The best solution for you right now is to move out, get your shit together, and then finally, OP, do not forget this. Fight for your son's custody. His literal future is depending on it. It's not gonna be easy, it's gonna be very, very difficult. But OP, nothing is easy when it involves your child. Good luck. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.